okay, Trish? I thought I heard you coughing. Here, have some water. Why are you coughing? Is it COVID? Is it the haze? What do you think it is, Trish?
Thank you, Trash. I'm okay. I'm not sure why. It's not COVID. I tested already and I'm negative.
It's a bit hazy though, right? My lungs keep coughing up some really green stuff too.
Gross!
It really is.
Hello, Agents4Change Trish and Trash.
Hello, Agent4Change team leader.
For today's mission, you might want to dress warmly. You'll be going to meet with fellow Agent4Change, Associate Professor Dr Justin Sentian from University Malaysia Sabah. He's a scientist currently working in Antarctica. You're to learn about his research and what research in Antarctica can teach us about air pollution.
Antarctica. That's pretty cold, right?
Yes, it is, which is why you will want to dress warmly so you don't get too cold. Speaking of colds, do you have one, Agent Trish?
No, I don't. I just feel like coughing all the time.
It's a bit hazy at the moment.
Luckily, Antarctica is one of the cleanest places on Earth. We can breathe some fresh air.
Dr. Justin will be the perfect agent for change to explain to you why there is so much haze, what causes it, and maybe why you're coughing so much. Antarctica certainly has the cleanest air. However, while it is far away from Borneo, everything is interconnected.
What do you mean interconnected?
You will see. Okay, wrap up warmly and good luck.
Thank you! Let's not forget to get our warm clothes on the way.
Alright, time to use our new teleporter.
Ew. Yucksy. Ugh. This is gross. I'm completely covered with this stuff. What is it anyway?
I'm not sure, but it seems to be getting worse. I've got it all over me too. Here, let's try getting it off with this snow.
Here you go. Some extra snow to clean you up. Oi!
Hey! That was really cold and wet. I've never felt snow before.
Me neither. Why'd you do that?
So sorry. We were in the middle of cleaning off this stuff that is stuck on our feathers.
When our buddy thought it would be funny to throw a snowball at us. Well, it was funny, but I'm sorry you got caught in the middle of our game.
Hi, no problem with the snowball. I've always wanted to have a snowball fight.
Who are you anyway? And where did you come from?
My name is Trash.
My name is Trish.
And we are the Agents4Change.
Oh!
Wow, they aren't joking how cold it is in Antarctica.
We are from Sabah, which is on the island of Borneo. It is filled with lots of birds and animals.
Nice to meet you, Trish and Trash. Welcome to Antarctica. My name is Mac, and these are my friends, Aura and Roni. And we are the Mac, Aura, Roni, Penguins of Antarctica.
So, Trish and Trash, what brings you to Antarctica?
We are here to meet with Agent4Change Associate Professor Dr Justin Sentian.
We know the professor. He is always using equipment and looking up at the sky.
Hello everybody.
Hey.
Hi, Professor.
Hello Mac, Aura and Ronnie.
Wow, we were just talking about you.
And you must be my fellow agent for change, Trish and Trash. I've been expecting you. I check you on my Agent for Change tracker.
Hi, Dr. Justin. I'm Trish, and we've been sent on a mission to find out more about your scientific research and about air pollution.
Okay, let's start with what I'm doing in Antarctica. Have you ever heard about ozone hole?
It was bad, right?
Yes, it increased UV radiation level, which is bad for our health.
What is UV radiation?
Ultraviolet or UV radiations is a type of energy produced by the sun and some artificial sources such as arc welders and sunbeds. The sun's UV is the main cause of skin cancer. Too much UV exposure also causes sunburn, tanning, premature aging, and eye damage. You can feel the sun's heat, but you can't see or feel the sun's UV radiation. We also want to understand more about the atmospheric connection between the tropical regions such as Borneo Island and polar regions such as Antarctica.
Ooh, our team leader did talk about everything being connected. They're interconnected.
Yes, everything is interconnected or teleconnected. Anything that leads to the formation of ozone, even as far away as Malaysia, can be transported up to the stratosphere in the tropics. This can then be transported to the polar region.
So, whatever we do in the tropics in Malaysia, we can reach it in the polar region?
Yes, exactly.
Is this connection between everything the reason why Mac, Aura, and Roni have so much dirt on their feathers? Because I thought that Antarctica is the cleanest place on Earth.
Ah yes, back to our Macaroni Penguin friends. It is true that Antarctica is one of the cleanest places in the world, and this does include the quality of the air. In fact, it is one of the very few places on Earth that has been minimally affected by anthropogenic activities.
What's an anthropogenic activity?
An anthropogenic activity is one that has been created directly by humans. Burning fossil fuel is an example of anthropogenic pollution. Antarctica is particularly sensitive to the effect of pollution as the environment is nearly pristine to begin with. This means that any pollution is often more obvious here. The cold temperatures also mean that the natural processes that help remove pollution in other parts of the world, such as forests, for example, that absorb carbon dioxide and produce oxygen, happen far more slowly, so it has more of a chance to build up. Tiny traces of human-made chemicals used in other parts of the world have been detected in the snow that falls over the region. They then become concentrated in the bodies of the local wildlife such as fish and then seals.
And penguins.
Everyone can do their part and be an agent for change.
So, this stuff we have found on our bodies is from chemicals from other parts of the world?
Yes, unfortunately.
What's in the air pollution?
Yeah, what's on my feathers?
Air pollution includes combustion pollutants such as particulate matter with large amounts of carbon in it, heavy metals, and basic air pollutants such as sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides. The major sources of air pollution include power plants 85%, motor vehicles 10%, industrial activities 3%, and other sources 2%. In Sabah, air pollution comes from emissions from industrial and transportation activities and biomass burning. Malaysia is ranked as the third highest in Southeast Asia for polluting the air.
So, what can happen when there's too much air pollution?
To put it simply, air pollution is a silent killer that can affect everyone's health, but in particular your health, children's health. According to the WHO,
Who?
yes, exactly, WHO. The World Health Organization estimates that 90% of human beings breathe polluted air each day, costing 7 million lives each year. Air pollution is linked directly with diseases that kill, and children are uniquely vulnerable to air pollution.
According to UNICEF, around 2 billion children live in air-polluted areas that exceed the World Health Organization guidelines.
Almost 1 million children die from pneumonia each year, and half of these deaths are directly related to air pollution.
1 in 10 under 5 children die from pneumonia and other respiratory diseases. This makes air pollution one of the leading dangers to children's health.
Even before a child is born, air pollution can seriously affect the health of the fetus.
Our immune systems are still developing.
The effects of air pollution on us, the children, can have lifelong health implications.
Because children's lungs are growing and developing, they are especially vulnerable to polluted air. Children's respiratory airways are smaller than adult airways, so infections are more likely to cause blockages than in adults. Children breathe twice as fast, taking in more air than adults. Studies have shown that the lung capacity of children living in polluted environments can be reduced by 20%.
Hey Trish, you are always coughing, and as we know it, it's not COVID. Then could it be air pollution?
You may be right, Trash. The coughing gets worse when I do my karate and exercise.
That would make sense as you're breathing in more air.
The coughing did get better during MCO though.
That makes sense, as during the COVID lockdown, or MCO, Movement Control Order, most cars were not on the roads and most factories were closed. According to an environmental quality report by the Ministry of Environment and Water, limited industrial, commercial, and social activities during the MCO period made an impact, resulting in improved air quality in Malaysia compared to 2019. The Air Pollutant Index (API) showed a significant increase in air quality for Malaysia in 2020 as compared with the API during the same period in 2019. Haze is one of the most common environmental issues faced by Malaysian students, and it is a result of open burning of crop cycles.
So, if we could reduce the air pollution during the MCO, we could do it now that we're back all to normal.
Yes, now that we're all back to school and driving to work, and that businesses are up and running, how can we reduce air pollution?
Everyone can do their part and be an agent for change.
So, we need to reduce air pollution?
Yes, reducing air pollution is one of the most important things we can do for children. Research shows that if we reduce air pollution, then children's respiratory function improve. It could also help to reduce problems during pregnancy and childbirth. Cutting back on fossil fuel combustions and investing in renewable energy sources can help reduce both air pollution and greenhouse gases that contribute to climate change.
But the problem seems too big. What can we do about it?
Yes, it is a big problem. But actually, there are actions that we can work together and do. Let's start with governments. They must make companies significantly reduce all activities that create more air pollution, such as reduce their fossil fuel emissions. Also, governments must invest in clean energy. They can make sure that cities and buildings are designed and planned with the environment in mind.
As global citizens and agents for change, we need to let our leaders know our stand on air pollution. What are other actions and solutions we can do?
Next, in terms of our communities, we must better manage our community resources, including safe waste disposal. This means we need to avoid burning leaves, trash, and other materials. Instead, we must learn to compost organic waste, reduce how much we consume, recycle what we can.
Oh, the 5 R's! We learned about them when we met Zero Waste Agent for Change Ruth Yap. If you want more information about the 5 R's, then take a look at our video with Ruth Yap.
Great to hear you already know about 5 R's. Reducing waste responsibly instead of burning it will help reduce air pollution. Now, what the communities also need to do is to have a better public transport. Using buses or trains instead of personal car is a good idea.
And we could walk or use bicycles.
Exactly. Reducing the number of trips in your car will help a lot.
Yes, we saw what happened during the MCO. Even though I did not like it, the environment did.
Individually, we can build houses with better ventilation as well as insulations and cleaner cook stoves.
Don't smoke in front of us children either. Our lungs really do not like it.
Another empowering action that we can do is to become citizen scientists and better monitor air pollution.
If we can measure and monitor air pollution, then we can help children, parents, families, communities, local and national governments to become more aware of how air pollution might affect them.
Then, we can take steps to minimize exposure, such as going inside if the readings are very high.
Of course, this measure will not in themselves stop the problem of air pollution, but they are necessary and important first step. The more we know about air pollution, the better we can figure out how to protect children from its negative effects.
But do you think people will do all of this?
You know, not very long ago, the world faced a similar environmental catastrophe. There used to be a massive hole in the layer above Antarctica, which, if left to continue expanding, would have caused so many deaths and problems.
So what happened?
Well, I'm happy to say that scientists first alerted the world to the problem of chlorofluorocarbon, or CFCs.
So what did the scientists do?
Scientists investigated what was happening with the ozone layer above Antarctica. Then, they convinced the governments, communities, and families that we needed to make huge changes. The ozone hole above Antarctica required humanity to work together. An environmental agreement called the Montreal Protocol was signed. The Montreal Protocol has been signed by every country on Earth, and it is a triumph of international environmental cooperation. According to some studies, the Montreal Protocol has helped prevent up to 2 million cases of skin cancer yearly.
Wow, that's amazing!
It shows that if we work all together, we can solve big problems like the hole in the ozone.
And we can reduce the air pollution.
We all need to focus efforts on reducing air pollution. Reducing air pollution will translate into millions of safe lives and lead into better, healthier lives for children and future generations.
The world belongs to everyone, and it is all our responsibility to change the way we think. Just like we got together to reduce the hole in the ozone, we can get together to reduce air pollution.
Thank you, Prof.
Yes, thank you, Professor Dr. Justin, for explaining to us about the causes, effects, and possible actions that can be done to solve this air pollution problem.
Thank you for being Agent for Change, Trish and Trash. Now that you know some of this information, you can help spread the word. Knowledge is empowering. Yes, reducing air.